Good morning, everyone. This is my this is my third video of today this morning, and then I am going to get on with my day, but I had a couple of things that I wanted to share with y'all, and YouTube gave me a challenge to do more live videos. So I wanted to share with y'all a couple of things that have been going on. Okay, so this video is titled Manifesting Money in Abundance. And more than money, there are ways to manifest abundance that don't even have to do with anything financial. Okay, so let me get a little closer because I want to show you. Okay, so last weekend I was with a new friend from Colorado, and my sister had gone to, in her neighborhood, which is Littleton, Colorado. I live like 45 minutes from there. I went to go visit Christina, and we met at this crystal shop where there, in Colorado, there's a lot of crystal shops. And so I'm learning more and more about crystals. And so I decided that what I wanted to test was, I asked the lady that worked there, it was just a small crystal shop. I said, where's the crystal to manifest money? I want to buy that crystal. And so she said, oh, that's ametrine, which is basically amethyst and citrine together, merging together to make ametrine. So this is what it looks like. It was $5, so I bought it. This is the little one I picked out. And I wanted to be in the sun so y'all could see. This is my little ametrine, tiny. I mean, look at, like, it's the size of my nose, okay? It's little. And I ended up buying this little cage so that I could carry it around. So I picked a stone that would fit into this shape of this little cage. And so this is my little cage. It has the tree of life on it. That's the design. And let me see if I can show you what it looks like in the light. Okay. So at first, on the first day, I wore it as a necklace. And, so I had it like here as a necklace. And then I thought, you know what? I'm not really going to wear that as a necklace. I mean, it probably would be better on a longer necklace. But I thought, you know what? I want to wear it. I want to wear this every day. So I decided to hang it on a bracelet that I already wear every day, and it's part of this little group of bracelets here. And my sister asked me, she goes, doesn't that bother you, this thing like flapping around? And I was like, no, I don't even notice it, So here's my money manifestation story. So this little crystal inside here is supposed to help you manifest money and abundance. And so I just bought it and hoped for the best. I was hoping that it would work. And so the first thing that I noticed that I manifested was I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday night, I went to this yogurt shop where you do self-serve yogurt, and these young girls, probably in their like 20s, maybe 22, 23 years old, maybe younger, they could have been younger, but they were like 7 girls all came into the yogurt shop, and I was like, ugh, I should have picked my yogurt and did it before all these girls got in line, and then I have to wait for all these girls to pay. But actually, and I said it out loud, and we all laughed, the girls laughed with me, and then I was kind of helping them figure out how to make the little dial squirt out the yogurt because it was like stuck. So one of the girls went and checked out and bought her yogurt, and the lady said, oh, do you have a phone number with us? And I said, no, I haven't been to this yogurt shop brand in 15 plus years. And there used to be one in Houston that I used to go to, but I haven't been to, it's called Menchie's. I don't know if y'all have them where you live, but Menchie's yogurt, and you self-serve it, and then you pay by the cup of how much you weigh it, and it's charged by how much you purchased in weight. And so I said, no, I don't know. Here's my phone number. And I gave the lady my phone number. And she goes, oh, you have $5 free credit with us. And I was like, what? Oh my gosh. So like my $6 yogurt was like $1.09. And so I said, well, what do I owe you? And she said, you owe $1.09. And so I'm kind of like fumbling in my purse trying to find, $1.09. And the girl that just checked out in front of me, who was waiting for the 6 of her friends, she put $1.10 down on the counter. And I was like, what? And she goes, yeah, I'm going to pay for you. And I said, what? Why are you going to pay for me? And she goes, because it's only $1.10 and you remind me of my mom. And I was like, oh my God, that's so sweet. I love that this is happening to me, because this is the kind of stuff that I do to other people. And so it felt so good for it to happen to me. And so my $6 yogurt was completely free. So that was the first thing that happened, like totally spontaneously and ironically, because I hadn't been to that yogurt brand in over 15 or 20 years. And so I didn't know I had a credit sitting there on my phone number account, and thank goodness I still have the same phone number. Okay, so that is, that day, that's Tuesday. And then by Thursday, we get an email at our apartment complex that says, if you refer a friend who signs a lease at these apartments, then you get $500. And I was like, oh my God, my coworker just signed a lease because I told her that I liked where I lived. And I kept telling her, please tell them that you, found out about the apartment complex through me. And she's like, I will. Well, when the email came through, there was a difference. So at first I was thinking, she's not it had already been like 2 or 3 weeks since she had signed the lease, and she hadn't told them yet. But what I found out is this summer they started running a special. And so if you did it during this period of time, since they sent the email out, the referral fee had jumped by $200. And so if my friend had told them 3 weeks ago, I would have gotten just $300. But the fact that she didn't tell them, and, it just so happened that I was able to tell them, hey, I referred this person. And then they sent back an email and said, y'all both have to fill out this form and sign it and then submit it. And so because we worked together, I printed it, signed it, walked over to her desk, asked her to sign it. And I said, I'm taking you to lunch. And she goes, where are we going? And I said, wherever you want to. Because basically she just got me $500 that I wasn't expecting, from this circumstance. And so this is all after I bought the Abundance crystal. So needless to say, I'm going to continue to wear my Abundance crystal, and I will continue to tell stories of ways that money is showing up unexpectedly for me because I'm wearing ametrine. So I have a little bit of a side note. So there seems like there's some other thing that I manifested financially. But for now, those are the 2 big stories of the week, okay? But I want to tell you that my sister went to the store first, and she bought a crystal that she's wearing. She's not wearing it like this. It's not like in a cage. She just has like it's like this long crystal that she's wearing on a string necklace. And she is in a business where she's in sales. And so last month was a bad month for everyone. No one had an opportunity to make sales. But after she bought the crystal, like customers were coming in and buying from her left and right. And so she'll text me and say, I sold another blah, blah, blah. and it's crystal energy, you know, and so we laugh and enjoy the possibilities of, you know, it could possibly be that this is actually legitimate and this actually works. And who knows, buy yourself an abundance crystal and see if you are able to start manifesting more abundance in your life. So anyway, just wanting to tell you that fun story. Before I go and start my day and get stuff done today. So let's see, I'm gonna put this on. Ta-da! One last thing. This is a heart inside of the state of Texas, and this represents all of the flood victims from Texas, the central part of Texas right now, where people are trying to find their loved ones in all of the rubble when the river rushed and washed them away. And basically, the story is that the river rose from, you know, just low river to 30 feet. And I saw a photo of what 30 feet look like. It's practically like 2 to 3 stories high of water on a tree, and the bark was all torn off on the tree. And there was a man standing at the bottom of the tree, and you could see how high 30 feet was above the man's, you know, 6 feet tall. And then 30 feet was huge. It was so deep. And I know that there are a lot of loved ones who are still unaccounted for. And oh my God, all those little girls from that camp. Oh my gosh, just so sad. So anyway, send out your love and prayers to all of the victims of the Texas floods. And I'm holding them close to my heart in my thoughts and prayers when I wear this necklace. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday, and I'm going to go get busy getting stuff done. All right, bye.